we left, it was making a horrible noise, and then it didn't start.
Nope.
We have learned since that we killed the battery.
Yeah, we've killed the battery, although it is a new battery. We have had it running quite a lot, on and off.
Because we were looking at the electrical lights outside.
We've also just discovered that the alternator is not actually charging their battery at all, so we need a new alternator. So you know that list I keep saying that never gets shorter? It's still getting longer. One alternator out. We removed the brackets on the radiator, pulled that out of the way, undid everything from the alternator. There it is, you know, it's broken glory. So there's a couple of numbers on there which we've got as fingers crossed for part numbers. So we're off to the car parts place to try and get one picked up or ordered.
Yeah, let's hope they have one.
Yeah,
you want to get a stronger one, you were saying too?
Well, I don't know what this one is, so...
That's true. If it is the strongest, then we want to get it. But if it's not...
Yeah, I don't know.
We want to get a stronger one, yeah?
Stronger is good, but not necessary.
I don't even know what an alternator does. You haven't told me that so far.
So it's electrics and I don't really know.
What does it do?
It alternates power between AC and DC, which charges your battery and runs your engine when it's fired up.
What is an...
I think.
What is an AC/DC? That's...
For those
right.
about to rock! Direct current and alternating current?
I'm sorry. Maybe you want me to ask later when we're not filming?
Let's ask later when I've read on Google.
Okay, I'm gonna research some, and we'll be back hopefully with the replacement or information on when our replacement's coming in.
Cool. And then we've only got 18,973 jobs left to finish.
Okay.
Bye.
We're back from the auto parts store, and there's good news, but also some bad news.
Yep, so we got one remanufactured alternator.
Which is
Thank you very
kind of
much.
good, the good news, but the bad news.
My pulley's a lot smaller than her pulley.
Well, that sometimes happens in life when you stand next to other pulleys.
It just means my pulley spins faster than yours. But the other issue is that the V-ribs for the belt are narrower on this one than they are on this one. So it kind of leaves us with two options going forward. We can either get new belts that are narrower that fit this and we can install it, or option B,
which is having this one.
rebuild.
Right. We're both kind of leaning to do that with this because number one, we're hoping that in the end it will be less expensive, though we don't know. We're going to be calling about it soon. But also the reason that it is good to have this and why we got this one kind of as a backup is because they don't make this pulley anymore. And I just felt if something happened, then at least we could always go to the store and have this. You know, I just felt like this was a safe current version of this.
What she means is they don't make the alternator with this size pulley anymore.
Right.
Not that they don't make the pulley anymore.
Right. So I just felt like this was safer because it's more modern, if you do say.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're going to get some quotes on having it rebuilt and then go from there. Unfortunately now we've got to move the bus out of the garage. So we've actually got to put this one back so we can get it running to move it, to take it out again.
Yeah. Also, can I note, there was a third option too, and that was taking this pulley off.
Oh yeah, putting it in here.
But I kind of wanted to look at that as the very last option because that's a lot of unnecessary work, I felt like.
I like that option.
Really?
Yeah.
Was that your second favorite option or your first favorite option?
2.5 option.
What does that mean?
Like,
Is number one option the top option?
number one option is get that rebuilt, I think.
Okay.
Because this isn't right.
I think so too. So, yep, again, we're going to put this back in. We're going to move it, call about having it rebuilt, and if it's way too expensive, then we'll just use...
Buy some new belts and put this one.
Yep. Definitely not fun putting in the alternator, but the good news is that we're hoping this that you're looking at, the new alternator behind us, but it's definitely jerry-rigged, as we would say.
Yep, so we actually weren't provided with a new bolt, or there wasn't even an old bolt in the alternator holding it steady against the pivot arm. So we're currently using a slightly longer version than this, an extension for a socket, just to keep it in position.
One of your tools.
Yep, and we've got it in place. The belts are just to fit. We're going to see how it works with it. If they are too big when it's running and they fly out, then we obviously know they're no good. But we just wanted to try it, so it's all wired in.
Where's your tool?
This is where the extension is, holding it true at the moment. There was actually a bolt seized into the end of the block, which is why there was no pivot bolt. It looks like whoever sheared it gave up and didn't try very hard to get it out, because I managed to get it out even though it was in two pieces. We've also discovered if you own a Chrysler 360 V8, do not take this bolt out.
I don't know if I'm showing that bolt.
Can you see the bolt? I don't know. It's here. It's the bolt that holds the pivot bracket. Do not take it out.
Ever.
Because behind it is the equivalent of Niagara Falls of coolant.
So we have, let me show all the kitty litter. We have tons and tons of mess under us because the coolant was gushing out, to say the least.
Yeah, I was the kid in the old film with his finger in the damn wall. I was like...
But we think we have it, for the most part, set up. Talk to us about this too, the tension.
So we've got a bit of tension in there, but obviously because we can't get it to pivot properly on the extension bar that we're using. It's got a bit of tension in it, but it's not got all that much. I was actually saying to Elle earlier, it's probably got about as much tension as it had when we first got it, but obviously if there was no bolt in there in the first place, the alternator's always been like pulling out. The more tension you put on it, it's going to try and pivot. So once we've got that extra bolt in there, it should be good. I'm just a bit nervous about these belts. We'll see.
So you said we can test it without putting the radiator back in?
As long as the fan spins free, which we'll have to check. Okay. Looking at it, I think we're going to have to lift the radiator up.
Okay.
But we can do that and then test it.
So we'll do that, yeah. And I'm eager to test it. I hope it works. Because I can't handle any more of his frustrations today.
You
just wanted it done.
I just wanted it done. And there was alternatives that we could have done, and none of them would have been quick.
Yeah,
so.
I know. So this is where we're at. We're going to do the radiator, and then you will see us test it. Keep your fingers crossed for us.
Yeah.
I feel like we say that every time. That should be our saying. Keep your fingers crossed.
Yeah, yeah. Welcome to Keep Your Fingers Crossed. And the battery's dead. We've just charged the battery for a couple of minutes. Try and fire it up.
Amazing! I'm so happy to hear you running. Do you want to look at it?
Yeah, let's go have a look. Yeah, the bells are super loose, but they've not fallen off, which is a good sign. The fan's spinning, so that's great. It does sound a lot better. Just to make sure that the alternator is working, I'm going to fire it up and then I'm going to disconnect the battery. Let it run for a bit, and then I'm going to turn the lights on to draw some power out of the circuit. And if it shuts off, then there's still an issue, because we tested that last time with the old alternator and everything just shut off. So I'm hopeful that this will highlight whether or not we have an issue.
All right, let's see what happens. Wait.
Let's try that again. So that's the battery disconnected.
Okay. Our workstation is so messy. Woo! Let's see what happens.
So it works. Fixed
It
it.
actually looks stronger too. Woo, the dance. And the lights look stronger, don't you think?
Yeah, let me put high beams on.
Flash me. Yeah! It sounds so good and it is so much brighter than what
Look
it
at him
was.
shaking. Wow, there's some heat coming out as well.
He's decided I should drive back. And I'm completely fine with this because now it has brakes.
Yep, so this is Elle's first drive of it since it has brakes, I think.
I'm excited.
We've addressed all the majority of our issues today. We should go straight into first.
Woo! It's so much nicer.
That's the brake.
I know.
Okay. Don't be scared of getting it some throttle. Do you want me to take the handbrake off?
Yes. You can work with me, not against me.
Oh.
I'm ready.
Oh, okay.
I thought I was going. Okay, that's fine.
Why are we going backwards?
Because I haven't given it gas.
Oh.
I can't be fast enough. I need like a big pillow back here.
Well, we're still moving.
Oh my god. I don't know if I'm going to be driving today.
So you got it. Woo!
Whoa.
See, as soon as you stop on the clutch, it starts bouncing. So I think it is the clutch.
That was a bit fast. I thought I was going to smash my car. Okay, now we have to focus.
I don't have to focus. So far, so good. Whoa, she's in the gas. Go left a bit, go left a bit.
I am.
Okay.
See, it looks like that over there.
Yeah,
That's what
man,
it's
like,
telling you.
we're gonna drive through those blackberries.
Oh my gosh, I wish we could get more air. Hey, cows! I'm driving again, cows. Where are the goats? I haven't seen the goats all day today. Kind of worried about them. Okay, do you want me to just pull in? Because I don't...
You can either do a big circle that way or a big circle that way.
I don't want to reverse though.
Yeah, no.
I understand what you're saying.
I don't know if you do. Doing great. You alright? Get a feel for it.
Woo! I think we are going to have to reverse.
Okay, so I've discovered something. So clutch down. Right. We're into second. We're into fourth.
Okay.
It lines up.
Unnecessary,
It
that's
lines
fine.
up all the gears.
If I go straight back, am I okay?
I don't know. Do you
Or
want me to
should
get out?
I go more to that side?
I'd just go straight back from
Yeah,
where you
because we
are.
just need to be between chicken houses 3 and 4, and I think that we are.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm like,
I know you.
because I need to go back. I need my chair to go back all the way, but then
Well, you got it.
it's not moving. Okay, how far do I go back? So I'm not looking for anything.
Bye. That is straight up. That'll do. Woo!
Okay, let's turn it off.
Handbrake.
Okay, turn it off.
Hell yeah. Is that water? We're gonna go check the water.
We had a long day at the farm. We were out of here for about 7 hours. You realize that?
Really?
Yeah.
Don't feel like, well.
It does
Feel
feel like
like
that.
it,
Thanks to my parents for looking after our babies.
Yep.
But we're leaving with
another list.
More parts that we need to buy.
Yep, nothing major though.
No, yeah, you're right. Washers, electrical connectors, small things like that.
More
but
for future projects as well.
Yeah.
Rather than we do need the bolt for the alternator, and a couple of rubber grommets for the radiator mounts. But other than that,
it's good.
yeah. And we've had it running obviously, as you've seen, and it's been good. And we've just driven it down, and everything seems fine. We did lose quite a lot of coolant today.
Yeah.
So I do think we're approaching that time to do a flush, a new thermostat and new coolant. It'll probably help it run a bit cooler as well, because it does get pretty hot pretty quick.
Right.
And I think that needs to be probably the next thing we look at.
Well, the next thing that we're going to look at is what he doesn't want to talk about that we keep talking about, and that's the glass.
Yeah, I've accepted the fact that I'm not doing the glass, so like, let's do it. Like, it's going to be awesome. I'm not going to worry about it.
We have a lot of different things coming up. The glass, the fuel hose we need to do. Because
oh yeah, the fuel filler hose.
It doesn't
we need a couple
meet.
more hose clamps for that.
Yep.
We need
The
to sort out the
exhaust
fuel in.
is hanging by chicken wire currently.
Yeah.
We need to
That shouldn't be a big job though.
do the coolant.
We need to do the coolant. That's not a big job either. But we do need to sort this fueling out, because if you just let it sit, it's kicking out a ton of fuel.
Yeah.
It sounds like it might be burning a bit. It smells like it might be burning a bit of oil as well.
Yeah. But
I do apologise. I'm being eaten alive by
okay.
nature.
Well, we'll just end saying that we're gonna add all this to the list. We'll have coming posts, coming videos. Are you still happy we got it? How you feeling today?
I'm super happy we got it.
Okay, you had a moment of hesitation.
Yeah, I always
My
have a
heart
moment.
kind of stopped.
I always have a moment of hesitation.
I'm really happy we got it.
Yeah, I can't wait till
It's cleaned up.
Yeah, I want to do all like the cosmetic stuff now, but we can't.
Yeah, we can't wait to gut it.
Yeah.
But you're being eaten, so I know you're ready to go.
Yep.
So that ends the video and the information on the alternator.
Yep. Don't forget, like, subscribe, comment, let us know what you think.
Yep.
Things we can do to improve is always welcome.
Definitely.
Things we've done wrong that you've seen is probably also very worthwhile commenting on. So, yeah, thank you for your time. We appreciate it.
All at Soul of a Seeker. Bye.
We'll get better. Bye.
When we were laughing, it was fun, fun, fun. Oh, it was fun.
Okay. When we
Take two.
left.
Oh, I didn't know you'd started. Sorry.
True. It's kind of jerry-rigged because we're using, where's your tool example?
You had it.
Where's our example?
You put it back in the toolbox.
Okay, let's do this again. The only thing is that they don't make, what is this called? A pulley holder.
Yes.
What is it called?
It's a puller.
This is called a pulley? I thought the hoses were called the pulleys.
No.
Okay.
What hoses? Hoses are pipes.
Long day at the farm. Yeah?
Ooh, you sweater.
Okay. We were
Let's
out
start again.
here. Okay.